You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 287, posted March 2021. Oh no! Bad vibes!
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, wherever, whenever you're listening to it. It's Tuesday night, that's right, we are playing the Dog and Pony Show, The Curse of Strahd, The Adventures in Barovia, the place where everyone goes to be sad. That's right. Let's reintroduce our players. They will introduce their characters, and I will remind you of what's happening so far. I am going to have our players introduce themselves in initiative order. So first up to some of the things in this list are bad things. First person that we like, it is Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
I was like, are you going to say that I'm a bad thing? Also, from your intro, I've got a Shakira song stuck in my head right now. But I'm playing Imra Soliana, the Wood Elf Ranger, and her amazing, adorable, perceptive, majestic puppy, Androdite.
Indeed. Next up, it is, looking down my list, really good. I'm good at reading. It's Jane Red.
Hi, I'm playing Lena Dulina, the human rogue.
Also here, it is Dan Morin.
Hello, Barovia, where everyone knows your name because they're trying to kill you, and my character's name is Castanotar's Crucible, aka Crucible, a Warforged Cleric.
Dan is, of course, followed by Micah Sargent. Hi, Micah.
Hello, I play Elevor Landman, the half-elf druid, and his trusty, not steed, Samus, the saber-toothed tiger.
And last but not least, it is the one, the only, the Erica Ensign.
Yes, I am playing Bruldish, a dwarven paladin, and also Bruldish's steed, actual steed, the Bruldish for a change is riding on top of during this battle, just to be different, Pony Sindelarant.
All right. So what has been happening in our adventure? Well, you have journeyed to the town of Berez, the X-Town? Ruins of a town? I don't know if it counts as a town anymore. Maybe like census designated area, but the population is not high unless you count scarecrows. In search of a artifact that would help you confront one Strahd von Zarovich. You have found that artifact, a kind of gruff talking sword of light that Lena Dulina now wields against the forces of darkness. Unfortunately, on your plans to exit Berez, you have drawn the attention of one Baba Lazaga, an ancient creature and servant of Strahd that holds dominion over the drowned city of Berez. And so we join things mid-fight in a giant battle with Baba Lazaga's forces, as well as Baba Lazaga herself has just appeared. I am looking at the initiative order, and I'm just going to clean up some things here.
Hey, Tony.
So let's...
You know how they count the scarecrows for the census? Straw poll.
Straw poll?
Yeah.
I guess that technically is a joke. Hi, I'm mean to Dan on Tuesday nights.
Only on Tuesday nights?
Tuesday nights.
Well, I'm recorded being mean to Dan on Tuesday nights. So. All right, I am just looking at the initiative order here. It is very long due to the number of adversaries in this battle and also some of your allies. I am just going to remove the swarm of poisonous snakes for now because I think you've killed all the active ones. I am going to remove Aragal because I think the idea is Aragal has run off and kited the distended corpses away. We're just going to move them kind of off the battlefield.
They are lumbering after him. I can picture it.
We'll say that is a fight that is happening that we don't need to check in on round per round. Are there any scarecrows left?
I think we did them in.
I think there's
one thing of bees?
Flies.
Flies.
Probably just one fly.
Hello, flies.
Hello, flies.
Hello, flies.
Can you see the name? Does it show you the name Swarm of Flies?
It does not.
No, it has no name, which...
I don't know that I want a
they-
named swarm of flies.
Yeah,
do
but
they have one name? I
nameless
just wanna
swarm
change-
of flies also
they have one name
sounds
between them, or-
ominous. Hello, we are Stan.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
Except it would be
That's
like,
worse.
hello.
No, it would just be
All
all
right.
Okay,
together
so
buzzing.
so now everybody else tries that goof and sees if they can improve on it.
Hello,
No,
my
this is
name's Buzz.
basically Futurama, where you meet what's his face's family in their final forms. Is this swarm of flies? What is his name? The green guy.
I never
Nobody
watched the show.
knows.
Yeah, I haven't
Zoidberg?
watched very much. If Lisa was here,
Zoidberg is
she would
red.
tell you.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Kip.
Yes, thank
Something
you.
like that. Yes.
Oh, I was gonna
Okay.
have to do a search. It was gonna be a big deal.
Oh yeah.
There was going to be a
All right.
clicky keyboard. It was going to be a whole
Clicky
thing.
keyboard.
So
Shade.
let me just do a rundown of the battle here for you and for the listeners. Imra will be first, followed by Baba Lazaga's creeping hut, which is a giant kind of half house, half tree structure that has been trying to crush you and throwing big just chunks of debris in your direction.
Is it-
You have,
is
I
it
believe, set
actively
fire
on
to it.
fire? Yes.
I think so.
It is taking
think so.
ongoing damage from my searing smite, I think,
Yes.
and it may also
Okay.
be actively on fire from walking through your wall of fire.
hmm
I think there was
It
some
is,
discussion of that, yeah.
It is a you know, I mean, this is literally at this point you are now fighting real estate, and you have dumped a lot of damage into this, and yet it is still relatively unscathed.
It's still saleable.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, fixer upper at this point. The challenge of Baba Lazaga's creeping hut, location lousy, Perez. I mean, don't get me started on the schools, but
Yeah, but
it's a
it
house
moves.
that moves. So yeah, you could take it to one of the better neighborhoods in
You know
Barovia.
what you say about that, Tony? Location.
Yes. So it's Imra, Baba Lazaga's creeping hut, Lena Delina, Crucible, one remaining swarm of flies that I think is currently buzzing around Samus's head. Elevor and Samus are next, and Bruldish is at the end. And hey, before anyone goes, I should roll some initiative for.
Should you?
Damn it, I
Baba
just
Lazaga.
resized the initiative window, Tony.
Well, you knew that Baba Lazaga wasn't in there.
Yeah, but if she doesn't show up in the window, then she can't fight us. That's the rule.
It's
All
true.
right. Well,
That's true.
Okay.
look on the bright side. She
We're
rolled.
all gonna die.
She's still
Hey.
faster than Bruldish.
There are worse places you could die than this swamp.
Are there?
Name one.
Castle Ravenloft, Valaki, Yesterhill, that haunted asylum that you spent some time in.
I don't know that they're worse.
I don't know if those are
So
worse.
bad.
This is pretty bad.
I feel like in Valaki, at least
Well-
somebody would, give our bodies a decent burial.
Yeah, and in the haunted asylum, they have a proven track record of bringing people back to life.
It's true.
All right, well, we can agree that Castle Ravenloft is real bad. You're right.
I don't know,
Baba
haven't been
Lazaga
there
would
yet.
probably,
Seems nice.
you guys would probably, your best case scenario here is that you would get made into scarecrows.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's not, you can tell they look really itchy all the
Okay.
time.
Never mind.
All right. It is somehow well into our recording session, and we have not actually done
Yeah.
anything Dungeon or Dragon related yet. Imra.
As is our way.
So is that
Yeah.
Baba Lazaga to the north? Yeah, that. Okay.
Hold on.
It's not labeled on the map, so
Yep.
Is that a big bone next to her?
yeah.
Baba Lazaga is flying a giant, an upside down giant
That's
skull.
right.
Okay.
They gave them to me as two separate tokens, but just,
Right.
I mean,
That
Yeah.
can't mean anything.
technically the giant skull has a separate set of stat blocks for itself.
Okay.
Awesome.
Great. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm
I
going.
believe you do have a hunter's mark on.
Yeah,
the
I was just gonna
creepy
say I'm
hut.
going to move my hunter's mark to the hut for now because I can move it whenever I want. And I think so. It's on fire. If I were to try to climb up the hut, would I take fire damage?
I would say no. It's a big structure. I mean, I've made it. It's a 4x4 on the map, right?
Mhm.
I'd say there's parts of it that are actively smoldering, but I feel like there's significant parts of it that are not on fire. That's
Okay,
how I feel about a hut.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run up to it and I'm going to try to climb.
All right.
Nice.
I'm thinking that you're probably going to give me some kind of athletics check. Does that seem?
Athletics
how
or
Dungeons and Dragons
acrobatics?
Everyone always asks that, and it's always the one you don't want to do.
They're both
So
the
it's-
same. So
Yeah, it's athletics to climb up for sure.
okay,
It's acrobatics to not land on your neck when you get knocked out of a creeping hut.
If.
All right. So then I will roll athletics. An 18 for 22 total.
Oh.
All right,
yeah.
you have no trouble bounding up the tree legs that are kind of suspending the kind of hut structure built into and onto this tree. 20 feet up in the air. So it's like someone has built a ramshackle wooden hut kind of on the stump of what must have just been an enormous tree. Some of the legs of the tree are kind of like spider-like, but they're kind of rotting and they don't look well. You climb up the tree part of the hut structure and are basically now at the threshold to the hut. Imra, there are hanging in 2 large iron cages to either side of the door. These are cages that are probably large enough that could hold a humanoid figure, and they are just full of ravens that are going nuts. They're screaming and squawking
Aw.
and fluttering.
Our friends.
I
Somehow
trust
you had
them.
not heard or noticed them
Our
until
friends
now,
that can
just because of
teleport.
the size of the size of the thing and the the sound of battle. Let's see here. And so there's just a creaky door to the hut in front of you, and cages to the full of ravens to either side of the door.
Are the cages locked?
Let's see. Are the cages locked? They are locked.
Okay. Can I try to open them now, or would that be a full turn, an action?
That would probably be an action to
Okay.
try and open these, in part because if they were unlocked, you would just that would be a bonus action. But I think to attempt to unlock or force open a locked cage is an action.
Okay, that's fair. So I'm gonna yell down and say there are ravens in cages up here, so that everybody knows.
That are
And I think-
miraculously unscathed by the wall of fire that you built around them.
Is a miracle. And that'll be my
They
turn.
were, these you can have an action left if you want to do anything else. Do you want
Climbing
to?
up wasn't my action?
Well, it was your move.
It was my move. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So you could try to open a cage. You could go into the hut, or you could do something else that you could imagine.
Free
I want-
the birds!
I want to get the lay of the land first, so I want to go.
Peek in the windows.
Yeah,
That's what they yell at every concert, Micah.
Free bird.
very, very cautiously open the door, or peek in a window to see
All right.
what I can see in there.
The door creaks as it opens. The house is in movement, so you're kind of like lurching back and forth. And inside, you can see it's basically just one room inside this hut, built on top of an ancient animated tree stump. Inside, it is surprisingly packed with old furniture, though it all seems to be basically kind of nailed to the floor or walls. And looking around, you see a wooden cot, a wicker cabinet, slender wardrobe, a table, a stool, a barrel-top wooden chest with reinforced brass bands, an iron tub stained with something red, probably red jam. But
Raspberry.
Ooh, she makes
Yeah.
jam in her spare time.
yeah, in the centerpiece of the whole operation is that there is in the middle of the room some kind of wooden crib, and you see movement in the crib.
Ugh, why does everybody have to have a creepy baby?
Can
Okay.
I say, though,
there's-
that I really hate the description of a slender wardrobe?
It's like
There's
the
not
I don't know
opposite
why
of cell-
that's what...
the
I don't know
antithesis
why
of
that's
cellar
what-
door.
Yeah, I don't know why I hate that so much. Like,
That's
I
just-
want my
that's
wardrobe to
city-
be like a Beauty and the Beast type,
Yeah.
like jolly
Robust.
dancing thing.
You like a
Yeah.
robust-
Instead of a thing seen in the woods by scared kids.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I feel like slender wardrobe. That's city living. It's like you're only allowed to have 4 t-shirts, and they go in this slender wardrobe, and that is a hell of your own construction.
Yeah. So
don't
while,
ask
like,
how much the rent is.
While intellectually I recognize that the accursed crib is definitely the worst thing in there.
Mhm.
Slender
Jane,
wardrobe.
There's not like a
Lena
nice,
Delina
there's not like a nice
does not like the
joystick
baby.
or control panel or something that Imra could just go in and like take over.
There is not a joystick or control panel.
Like
Rats, no
ATST
steering
style,
wheel.
basically.
Yeah.
Did I mention there were
it's
several?
WASD. It's
several
you use the
N64
keyboard.
controllers hanging from the rafters. But which one? It is Barovia. You must use the Mad Cats.
Does it have a rumble pack?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, it's gonna be great when you guys get to Castle Ravenloft and play Mario Kart with Strad von Zarovich.
Yeah.
I'm
And
here
his
for that.
friends.
I'm 100% ready. I've been training for that moment my entire life, Tony.
I will bring us all down single-handedly. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Nope, you'll have a friend.
Yay, we can drive off the Rainbow Bridge
Double dash
together.
or nothing. Ah! Sorry, that's my generic vampire
Wait.
voice, not my Strad voice.
Okay, Strahd is not Count Chocula?
No.
Okay.
That's disappointing.
So, Imra, you have peeked in the door. I think you still have an action.
Okay, so I'm gonna yell down that there's a baby in a creepy crib, and I'm gonna try to open one of the cages. What do I need to roll for that? Like a sleight of
right.
hand?
Yes, give me it's going to be a dexterity check. It is going to be,
I'm pretty
I'm let you know, challenging.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that Bruldish absolutely did not understand the baby in the creepy crib because that just would not compute.
Right.
There's a lady in a pretty bib or something is what Bruldish heard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No doubt that will be,
Okay.
certainly won't be a problem later.
So I got a 20, a 16 plus 4.
20 is what you needed to get for these. These cages are secured with, it seems like, an arcane lock spell, but it is possible to pick the lock with Thieves'
Okay.
Tools and a successful DC 20 dexterity check. Do you want to fling that door open?
Yep.
All right. Countless ravens scatter, cawing madly into the night.
Okay.
And
Teleport or
you know what? That's the kind of business that gets you inspiration here at Dungeons and
Yay.
Dragons.
Thank you.
Because that
change back and help us.
that was risky as heck. All right.
Do we make it through a round? Or,
Hey,
sorry, turn.
A turn.
A
We're done
turn,
with a
Dan.
turn.
Tuesday night. Speaking of jerks, it's Crucible's turn.
I thought you made fun of me, not my character. That's
Oh,
just crossing
sorry.
the line.
Speaking of
Too
jerks,
far.
it's Dan Morin's turn. Playing the
Crucible is
lovable Crucible. The Crucible, the aluminum cinnamon bun, as we call him.
He
Um,
is.
Yeah. Is
I
that,
don't
you
know
happy
what
now,
sound
Dan?
for that. Yep. much
Okay,
happier.
could that
Thank
be
you.
Crucible's voice now?
Oh,
Oh.
I
Yes, please.
ingested some helium. Boy, all right. That was a cool move by Imra. I am not sure what the right play here is. That wall seems like it's not doing much for us now, and now I'm worried, unless we can kind of lure it back through the wall. But Imra's
Can
in
you
there,
move?
so that
Is it
seems
your
bad.
wall? Your wall of fire?
It is my wall of fire, but I can't move it. It is stationary. 'cause
Take-
it's,
Oh.
I
it's
think-
a wall.
I think Crucible would know that taking this thing down is the priority. Like, Imra can be healed.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Speaking of
like-
healing, though, let's just check in. Anybody need it? Because I'm about halfway through my spell slot. Well, not quite, but I if people need healing, I'm going to prioritize that right now because my damage dealing spells are pretty.
I
low.
almost never use my own lay on hands because I'm too busy whacking people. So if I get too far down, I can help myself. So do not worry about me.
Yeah, we all have healing, as I recall, or several of us have healing.
yeah.
spells.
We're stacked.
We
No, not all
overspec.
of us.
Not all
Well,
of us,
'cause
but
I think-
like
Not
4
all
of
of
us.
I think that we didn't have anyone with healing for a while,
Yep,
and then
now
we were
we've
all like,
overcompensated.
yeah.
I mean, I will say Crucible is nose to nose with that swarm of flies.
Yeah, that's going to be my. I'm going to start with them. And they are. Okay, let's see here. I can do a. So they're a swarm. Tony, remind me how swarms work or what we
They
know about
take
swarms.
extra damage
They're
from
awful.
AoEs, right?
Yeah, I do have a cantrip that is.
They resist bludgeoning and piercing and slashing, but they actually this swarm does not. This swarm just resists bludgeoning and piercing. Other swarms, I don't think a swarm in 5e has like in 4e there's a set swarm mechanic.
Mm.
And we don't know anything about the flies as far as any particular damage types that they might be vulnerable to.
No.
I mean, if
I'll
you
just
could
mention the flies are
Force
not.
movement into the fire.
Yeah.
That'd be great, but I don't think I have
I don't have that
good
either.
way of doing that. All right, let me try a cantrip. I'm going to do Word of Radiance, which affects creatures that I don't like who are next to me, which is just the swarm of flies. So they need to make a saving throw, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I have to make a constitution.
That's you. You're in charge of the flies.
Well,
You are Lord.
Lord.
Of the flies.
mm,
Yeah.
Oh no.
Some bad flashbacks at junior high.
I don't know why.
Yeah, same.
16.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Ugh.
Cool.
So
cool.
Imra is fighting a house, and Crucible attempted to fight a fly.
And
Several.
failed. Well,
Flies
sometimes.
are very small. The house is big.
Great.
Are these
Well,
house flies? Really, they should just like head for the house, not us.
These are swamp flies.
No.
Lena, Bruldish, Elevor, nobody needs healing, is what you're telling me.
I'm okay.
Not
Not now.
currently.
All right.
All right. Well, that was pointless.
I mean,
Well,
am I?
It was
not
just
point
like
tried.
waving his hands around, like,
Stop
Do you have like lay on hands? Do you need to be in touch contact?
No, I can.
You
I've
can do
got
it from a
healing
distance.
word. I can do it from a distance. I
'Cause-
can't see you though. Is the problem
Okay.
probably? Unless do I have line of
She's
sight?
standing
Imra?
on top. She's
I'm
not inside
outside,
right now.
yeah.
Oh, you're outside.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
outside.
I'm not
Totally.
inside.
Let's say yes.
Totally. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, I could use some healing. I'm down
Here.
12 points.
Take level 1.
I'm also down 12, but for me, that's probably not as much of a. Then again, I feel like you might actually have done better on.
Woo! I rolled a 4, so that's
That's
4 plus my spellcasting modifier, which, as I recall, is 3. 7 hit points for you.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, my max is 56, so I'm not like hurting,
Okay.
a bit.
Yeah, technically.
All right, Crucible, all set?
I'm good.
All right, the house is next. Baba Lazaga's creeping hut. Well, Imra, turns out you may be in the safest place on the house. Bruldish, you are in perhaps the least safe place,
Which is in front of
immediately next
Yeah,
to the
now
hut.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
There are 3 little symbols on it, and I want to say that one of them is because perhaps Bruldish hit it previously with a searing smite.
I think
I
that's
think
probably
so,
like
yeah.
cross swords, I bet.
if
Yeah.
that's the
Does that mean
case-
something happens?
It needs to, at the beginning of its turn, it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, it is great at Constitution because it's a structure. Yeah, it rolled into the 20s.
Okay. In that case, the spell ends. Now, when it says the spell ends, does that mean that my axe is no longer on fire, or does that just mean that it is no longer taking ongoing damage?
I suspect it means it is no longer taking ongoing
Yeah.
damage.
Okay. All right. Then
Dan,
Then it takes no
it looks
damage.
like you probably set it on fire with your circle of fire, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically,
you?
I think we discussed that at one point, and I think you were uncharacteristically generous because that's not actually a way that the spell works. Like it doesn't.
Well,
do
it's
any
also
residual
possible-
lasting fire damage, but
it's also possible that the wall of fire is supposed to be impenetrable. So I think we split the difference
Oh,
in
is
that
that what
Tony
we
said
did?
it could walk through the wall of fire, and then in response, it would maybe
Right.
take some ongoing damage because it's a wall.
I don't think it's impenetrable.
No.
yeah, I don't think so either. But it's. I mean, if you're
All
willing
right.
to walk through the fire, I guess it's not impenetrable. There's no reason that you couldn't do it. It's just it should hurt.
Yeah.
The house is going to take a D10 of fire damage. I rolled it. It took 5 damage. Anything else that happens to the house at the start of its turn before it murders you?
Also, Bruldish, I think your searing smite is like a consumed thing. So it's on fire, you hit it, it's on fire, but your axe isn't on fire anymore unless you do it again.
It's
Oh, no,
concentration.
seriously?
It
I thought it was
stays.
a.
No, it's a concentration spell. It stays.
It's not.
It says
Is that-
the next time you hit a creature with a melee attack, the weapon
next time-
flares with
Oh,
the
okay.
intensity.
Yep.
And yeah.
You're right. That sucks.
But it's a concentration for up to a minute.
It's
'Cause
not.
I also have searing smite.
It's not concentration. According to
You
this.
sure. Mine says it is.
According
Yes,
to
it
what I
is.
have printed out.
D&D Beyond says it's concentration up to a minute.
Is that maybe different for
it might
clerics
be-
and paladins?
It might also be
Um,
errata or like updated.
Ah.
One of
But
these
it's
may be
So
I mean,
it's-
it's concentration,
it's
but it
also-
lasts for a minute. That means it lasts for 10
Right.
rounds. You don't need to recast it.
Oh, the way that I interpreted it is that like you can cast it at the beginning of battle and like have the charge stored, and then you hit it, the charge is expended, it lights it on fire. But this is probably not
Yeah,
the
and
most radio
when I look it up,
friendly.
it does not say. Oh, okay. That's what that little thing says is concentration. Yeah, that's definitely not on here. Weird. So are we saying that my axe is no
I would have
longer
thought it
on
was
fire?
ongoing.
Then?
I would have assumed it lasted for a minute, but I guess I see
Sounds
your
like
point.
it does,
I see your
right?
point, Jane.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. The reading of that is ambiguous to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it does say the spell ends.
Yeah, it's a good point. The next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon
Yeah.
attack during the
Mhm.
spell's duration, I see.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So basically, it stays active in case you.
And then the
takes you a couple
fire
turns to
damage
hit
is
it.
ongoing, but you're right. Okay. My mistake.
Yeah.
I've misread that
Okay.
to them before.
All right. I am never prepping the spell again. This is-
I get it for free, but that means I'm stuck with
Good.
it.
yeah. Well,
All right.
I don't have very many spells.
Good news, Bruldish. A house is going to murder you. The house is doing a root attack on you, Bruldish. Here comes the first one. What number is that? 15 is probably not going to hit you.
Nope. Choke.
How about math is hard, 21.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
And how about 15
Nope.
again? Nope, it's even lower than that. So the house, you are dodging as the giant roots of the tree are stomping down around you. You dodge 2 of them, and 1 nails you, and you take 30 bludgeoning damage.
That's
It's a house.
That is half of what
and
I
it
had.
stepped on you.
No.
Next up, it is Swarm of Flies. Swarm of Flies will attack Samus with a bite attack. Swarm of Flies rolled a 22, which seems pretty dang good. Samus will take let's see, it does different damage depending on how healthy it is. 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right, Lena Delina. The battlefield is yours. There are a range of targets. There is a house, there is a swarm of flies, and then, not too far away, an evil witch flying in a giant skull.
So, do we want more folk up on the house? Do we want me to try and hit up this swarm of flies?
I would really love for you, because I imagine you actually have like a lock pick,
Yep.
to come up and try to free these folk.
All right. So, Lena is going to take a running start and is going to try and hop up on Pony and then hop up on Bruldish.
Ooh,
And
like a
then-
handspring.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bruldish will extra boost you if necessary.
Oh, totally. Like our eyes meet. And you know what I'm about.
Oh yeah. Oh
Roll
yeah.
for friendship.
Yeah. So,
So you're making an athletics check?
yes. And it
Sounds
will be
like you
a-
should have advantage on that.
Awesome, because I need it. That's a 16.
All right, you are up in the crowded with Imra in the doorway to the house.
Thanks for the boost. Sorry. Thanks for the boost. And then she's gonna try and lockpick the cage full of birds.
All right, as established, it is a challenging dexterity skill check.
Well, I'm sure glad that she came all the way up here to roll a 2, which doesn't get us there.
Does not. I'm sorry. It seems like, this is probably the most powerful lock that you have encountered in your travels yet, Lena Delina. It seems to have, in addition to being kind of having some mechanical properties, it has some magic woven into it. It has probably been a long time, if ever, since Lena Delina has been stymied by a lock. I'm just going to put you next to the house there.
She does not like it very much.
All
and
right.
she tries to focus on the cool backflip
Yeah.
and less on the whiff.
The cage full of ravens caw at you. Caw, caw! Elevor, you and, I almost called him Argal. Argal's the assassin, not the, Androdite is the dog. Don't mix up your dogs and assassins. They do not take kindly to it. You are back in the safety of, there's this kind of ruins of a church next to the graveyard where your battle started. So you probably have, the various adversaries out in the swamp next to the graveyard and church may be totally unaware of your presence. You're just going to take a nap in there. What's your plan?
Thinking about it. But I also am curious how we are feeling. Do we think that there's going to be able to be any conversation had with the baby lasagna? Or do we think that that is going to be a matter of just we're going to have a fight on our hands? Because if we can agree that it's going to be a fight, then I can go ahead and give a little shocky to the lasagna.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be happy with us beating up her house. I think at this point, battle has been...
You have killed her minions, beaten up her house, intruded on her swamp. You know, there's not... Also, she is an evil ancient being. There's not a lot
She's
in
Strahd's nursemaid.
Yeah, there's not a lot in the pro opening of a dialogue between you and...
If she
Elevor
was
is
Strahd's
nothing.
nursemaid, what is Strahd in the creepy crib? Is that what's happening? Is there like a baby Strahd in there?
I certainly hope not.
Elevor is nothing if not a champion of democracy, so he just wanted to make sure everybody was on board. So in that case, let's see what it needs to roll. They need to roll. So a dexterity saving throw, please, with a 14 as the save.
Let me just check if Baba Lazaga has any things
Yes, sorry.
that affect... Let's see. Because dexterity, not one of her specialties. All right, so Baba Lazaga is up in the giant skull, flying around the graveyard here. She rolls a dexterity check and gets an 11.
All right. Then
How'd
we're
that
just
do?
going to do a nice little 4d10 of damage on old
4d10?
lasagna. Yes, thank you. Oh, come on. 18 lightning damage.
Okay. Good opening move on Baba Lazaga. Anything else, Elevor?
No.
All right. Samus.
Samus is going to swat at... Wait, those flies... Oh, they're bloodied. That's right.
Yeah.
Samus is going to swat at those flies. One sec. I don't know why I swatted the fly. 14 to hit the swarm.
That will hit the swarm. Roll me damage.
Alrighty. 7 damage against the swarm.
All right. The swarm is badly injured at this point. There's only
Still not
there's like
gone.
5 flies left.
Okay. I think Samus will...
Did that do full damage against the swarm, or did it do...
That's actually a good question. Was that, what kind of damage was that, Micah?
That was slashing.
Hold on here. Too many tabs.
Does he have magic paws?
You're right. They didn't take 7. They took half of 7.
Okay. And then Samus is going to move. Yeah, Samus is going to dart into the church just to be protecting of Elevor should Elevor need protection so that lightning can remain. And that's it.
All right. So, next up is everyone's favorite villain. It's Baba Lazaga. You've waited for her to make her arrival, and now it's here. Congratulations. I need to check how far she can move when she's in a giant skull.
5 feet.
It's going to be more than that.
It's just a gentle scoot.
7?
It scoots through the air with ease.
It's like a jazzy.
Let's see. It has a flying speed of 40 feet.
No.
What is within 40 feet of Baba
A big
Lazaga?
wall of fire she might just want to zip through.
Just give it a big
I
smooch.
flew through the burning wall of fire.
All
It
right.
is in a ring.
I think, she is not happy about the people in her house. but it looks like there is a wall of fire between her and them, so she is going to swoop over this way, and she sees Crucible as her first target, and you see her kind of swirling through the air in this upside-down skull, staring at you with dark, haunting eyes, Crucible, and she reaches out kind of a withered finger and just says something in an ancient language, some kind of word of power. This is the horrible spell, power word stun.
Definitely the less bad of the two of those.
Yeah.
Power word stun.
Phew.
So, Dan, if I am reading this correctly, Crucible is just stunned.
Yeah, words are bad.
Yeah, unless you have more than 150 hit points. Sorry, are you a house?
Points?
Houses have more than 100. Yeah.
Is there anything living inside of you?
Boy. Yeah, I definitely can't do anything for that.
All right. The stunned target must make a Constitution saving throw at the end of each of its turn. On a successful save, the stunning effect ends. So you all see just Baba Lysaga kind of just point at Crucible and mutter something, and Crucible is just frozen in place.
He does the R2 thing from A New Hope and then just goes and then falls over.
What's the other power word that everyone was freaking out
Kill.
about?
Yeah,
That one's bad.
That one's a little bit more dramatic. I will tell you, they start off the same way. You utter a word of power that compels one creature within range to die instantly.
Mhm.
There is also a power word heal.
So it's
I
not
just learned.
kill?
Well, yeah, it just kills someone.
It's insta death. It's
I thought it
basically
was
a
like
spell,
compels
but-
them
yeah.
to kill others.
No,
It should be
No,
power
no,
word
no.
die. It should be power word die.
right into your nearest
It should
witch's coven, and
You know what?
get
I've
that.
got Dan's book here, and I will be complaining. Not
There's
to
some
you,
serious
Tony, this time.
grammarian issues here. I think we should sit down and have a chat
Then,
with Baba
in that
Lysaga
case,
about
power
this.
word stun is also not correct. It would
That's
be power
true,
word
it should-
stunned.
Power word
Power
be
word
stunned.
be stunned.
Yeah.
Crucible
Speed
would
out
have
would
loved
be
to take
power
her up on
words.
this. Crucible would
Power
love to take
words
her up
be
on this.
stunned.
Unfortunately, he is stunned.
All right.
As we all point at him and say, be stunned.
He's amazed.
Yeah.
I was looking for the pun there, and it just was not there. And I was like, "Whoa, Dan
No.
didn't do a pun."
That's
He's
true.
stunned.
It's more of a play on words.
Bruldish,
Oh my
you're on
gosh.
a horse
Is it me?
near a house
A pony.
in a swamp. Sorry.
All right. I saw a couple of my friends go up to the housey part of this
Mhm.
creeping hut, and I also did not like getting stomped on. And I don't want Pony to get stomped on, so I'm gonna follow my friends. I'm actually gonna take my shield and I'm gonna reach around and I'm going to give it to Pony Cindelart, and he's gonna hold it in his little mouth because because he totally can. And I am going to climb up the hut and just go at it with my battle axe. I want to go inside and just start smashing things. I want that slender wardrobe going down.
All right.
Kindling.
Great.
Athletics check.
Yeah, assuming I can actually make it up there.
Yeah. It's good to have a multi-turn plan.
But I have a
Getting-
+7 to my athletics, so here goes
Yeah.
nothing. And I rolled a 19 on the die.
Nice.
All right, you
Wow.
effortlessly clamber up the legs of this giant tree hut that is
Mhm.
trying to smash you. You see, Imra and Lena are trying to get those cages open, and you just barrel through the door
Whoosh.
into the hut. So I described the hut before. It's this tiny little one-room thing with various furniture. I'm gonna say as you get in, you see that there is a wooden crib with a small angelic child sitting in it, looking at you. Child has kind of black hair that's kind of swept back, and just looking at you with a little smile on his face. Maybe his teeth are a little pointed. Hard to tell.
I'm going to make an insight check.
Yeah.
Is that smile really angelic, or is it something other than angelic? What is my insight? So that's a 16.
A 16. Let's see here. It looks at first angelic, but then perhaps a little bit menacing, and you think that this this thing is perhaps more than it appears to be. Yeah. I will also say, as you are looking at the child, you notice that there's kind of a green light kind of pulsing from the area of the crib, but specifically seems like it's coming from the floor under the crib, not the child or the crib itself.
All right. Well, boy, this is tough because Bruldish really should just smash things. But I feel like maybe seeing a baby would be the kind of thing that could probably get Bruldish to like stop for a second.
Yeah.
And
Also, the promise of wine, maybe?
I'm gonna pop off a divine sense as an action. You can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. So,
All right.
I mean, anything I can see out the window or anything that's in the hut with me. That includes the baby.
I will say that the baby does not show up on your detect good and evil spell. I think I'm never.
Yes, I
Hologram.
won't kill the baby.
I'm never sure how to read these things. I think that there is like the hut itself is a malevolent force that you are now inside, and I will say that because you have used the spell inside it, you specifically like get the sense that like the source of its power is like somewhere beneath the hut.
All right.
Oh, like in the tree area?
Possibly from where this glowing green light is coming.
Oh, kind of like the glowing light from the one tree that
Yeah.
burned
the
to a crisp.
seed?
Might
Yeah,
be.
the seed could be
Yeah.
in there.
Are you telling me I could have made a gigantic tree hut?
That
With
is what
that
the seed is
seed?
for. Yeah, instead you restored wine to an entire people.
Life and goodness too.
But yeah, you could have made one evil house also.
Mhm.
Choices.
Man.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
there's still time. There's another seed here.
I
Bruldish,
miss
what do you
action
want?
points. I miss action
Yeah.
points so much. I would love to be able to do
right.
something useful, but I guess I
If we could take
can't.
the seed and have the diva bless it,
Mhm.
could it become a good seed?
Just like trying to see if I have bonus actions that are useful at this point, and I really pretty much don't. So I guess I will just point at the floor and yell, "It's down there! The problem is down there!" And ready my axe, like basically I'm hefting my axe as if I am about to two-handed smash through the floor. And yeah, unfortunately, lay on hands is an action. So
All right.
that's all. Oh, a pony, however, is going to disengage and move
Okay.
away. I don't want pony getting stepped on. So I am now
You did leave Pony as the only
in the house.
the only thing that there is down there, but holding a shield, I guess.
Yeah. So pony is Pony's going to go help Crucible against these
All right.
flies. Can he? No,
Can
because he
Pony roll an attack or just engage?
He disengaged, so he can't actually take an
Okay.
attack on this turn.
Okay.
That's it.
Imra, you are in the doorway to the house. There's still one locked cage full of ravens. Your friend Bruldish has barreled through the door into, just a nice little one-bedroom community.
All right. Well, I obviously hear Bruldish, so I'm gonna run in. I'm going to.
There's a baby there.
There's a-
Congratulations.
I will also point out that on my back is an axe that we know is extra effective against plant creatures. I don't know if this hut counts as that, but if you wanted to just like grab that axe and start pounding at the floor, it's a thing.
Doing
Okay.
some Reno demo
Mhm.
work.
All right. So
But you have to be good in order to use this axe without taking harm. I don't know if
yeah,
you
I
are
think
good
my
or not.
alignment is good, but
Your alignment is great. Don't sell yourself short.
oh, thank you.
Posture flawless.
Okay. So I run in. I see the baby. I figure
Mhm.
that both the ravens and the baby can be dealt with later. like I know Bruldish has her detect evil, so if she's not attacking the baby, then I'm going to assume that
It's a chill baby. Baby can hang.
Yeah, the baby can hang. And I am going to. I'm trying to remember what I know about the seed from last time. So if we destroy the pulsing thing, can we still take the seed back to the winery?
We
Yeah,
did.
I think we want to unplug it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Just sort of rip it out.
Yeah, we beat
Okay.
the tree down as well as we could and pulled it out. We think it's probably possibly going to grow back, but maybe not since we took the seed out. We're not sure. But yeah, if we can dig to it, unplugging it, I think sounds like a good thing to try at least.
Okay. So I am going to assume that an axe will do better on the floor than my longsword.
That seems like standard axe. Look, what are you, an axe salesman?
Good axe work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Axe
grab
and answered.
Oh my god.
grab
Are you Dan?
There's
Brildish's axe.
There's two to choose from. We've got Treebane, which is the one where if you are good, it will do an extra, I think, D8 against plant or plant creatures. And I don't know, like this is a creature
Yeah,
and
let's
it's
do
made
that.
out of wood.
Let's do that.
Otherwise, there's the magic one.
Yep, we'll do that. So I critted on that.
Yes!
All right.
Yes.
So, and what were you attacking exactly in the hut of the many parts of the hut that are attackable?
I was going for like the seed or the area around the seed. I don't know if it's like fully exposed.
I was pointing
Yeah.
right at the greenest spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is a pulsing green light coming from the floorboards beneath the crib. You go in there, pause a second to look at the baby, and just swing an axe down into the floorboards beneath the crib, which is probably like a little awkward, right? If you didn't want to cut the crib in half first. So you rolled a crit. You basically just cave in the floor of this section of the hut, and inside you see the source of the pulsing green light. Inside is kind of a gem that looks like a large seed. It's extremely familiar to the one you found on Yester Hill inside the giant Strahd Wickerman wood homunculi type creature, and it is there. So it's just there. It's sitting there in a kind of cavity beneath the floorboards of this hut. There's some kind of like tendrils of the tree reaching out to it, but you could just reach in and grab it if you wanted.
I'm doing it.
All right.
Woo!
You reach in and grab it. It is warm to the touch. That feels kind of pleasing. As you try and pull your hand and the seed out, the hole tries to eat you. The floorboards close shut as if they are teeth trying to bite your arm off. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Just a straight up dex save.
Dex save.
Okay. 17.
You pull it free just in time. Like you feel the chomp right as your fingers and the gem are free of the hole. The hut suddenly stops.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
I imagine that while this was
Teamwork.
happening, the hut was like making its way over to Pony Cindelarn and a frozen in place crucible. One of the giant feet was about to crush down on both of them when suddenly the whole is frozen. Imra,
We unplugged it.
You look good with
Quite
that
a-
axe, Imra.
quite a turn. All right.
Yeah.
Did anything
Take it.
happen to the baby after that happened?
Nope. Baby's still there.
Was the crib like teetering on the edge of the like maw?
Yeah, probably.
It probably still is.
The baby looks at you with big eyes and kind of gives you a little weird smile. Maybe there's two little fangs sticking out. Hard to say. Crucible, you're stunned. I think your turn is probably going to be a little less exciting.
So the wall of fire will go away because I'm incapacitated by being stunned, and
makes my
therefore my
math
concentration
easier.
is broken. And then I will make a Constitution save? You said?
Yep.
Yeah, that goes.
You are too far away from me to even get the +2. Not that that would
That
help.
wouldn't
on a
matter. I
3.
rolled a 1.
Oh.
So Imra had an amazing turn and totally rocked it, and then Crucible just lies there motionless.
Well, so you stand there motionless, right? You didn't get knocked over. Did you?
It was just I was adding a little dramatic flair.
You know,
to it.
you are
I'm just saying you look like a majestic statue. That's pretty cool.
Statues are the most dangerous things. We all know this.
Exactly, it's true.
The most dangerous game. Yes, you are very intimidated by Baba Lysaga. So, let's see here. Swarm of Flies are next. I think the Swarm of Flies will attack Pony. So, Swarm of Flies, biting attack on Pony Cindelarnt. 14 to hit.
I'm pretty sure that hits. Let me double check. Yeah, that hits. Bye, Pony.
Okay, Pony takes 5.
What is Pony's armor class?
Yeah.
How much?
5 piercing damage?
How much damage was it?
5.
Oh my god, okay, no, he's still got 4 left.
Amazing. I like, on one side of the battle, it is our 3 heroes versus a giant magic house. On the other side of the battle, a horse fights some flies. Sorry, a pony.
Next to a statue.
Yeah. Lena Delina, you are on the threshold of Baba Lysaga's no longer creeping hut, stationary hut. There is still a strange baby inside. There is still a slender wardrobe. There is still a one cage full of ravens.
So, has the fact that the house is no longer lurching about trying to kill my friends made it any easier to pick this lock?
It is not, because it's a powerful arcane lock.
Okay. I'm still going to try and do what I can. Oh, that's a 16. Still not good enough.
It is, the ravens caught you incessantly. It is a well protected lock. Sorry, Lena.
And I think so the house is powered down. I'm kind of worried. I'm very worried about the state of Crucible, but I don't have any way to really take conditions off of somebody. So instead, I'm going to do something incredibly stupid.
Yay!
And I'm going to yell, Baba Lysaga, pull back your assault or the child gets it.
Oh.
I like this.
All right. We'll see how that goes. Elevor.
Elevor is going to once again cast down lightning on Baba Lysaga to sort of, put a nice exclamation point on the end of
yeah, so she says it, and then it's just like...
Yeah.
That's my kind of punctuation.
Yeah, it says Crucible being stunned can still speak haltingly, so you kind of hear him going like, Lena.
Elevor, I rolled a 17 on my dexterity check.
All right, then you're going to take half of...
All right.
All right, 9 damage, 9 lightning.
All right. Baba Lysaga looks at the sky with an irritated look, but then her dark, evil eyes swing back to see Lena Delina standing on the stoop of her house that is no longer attacking. Samus is in the church.
Samus is going to... That's what Samus is going to do. Make a weird sound. Hold on one sec. Yeah, Samus can make quite a move, just as much speed as old Baba. So Samus will ready an action. Should Baba engage with any of Samus's allies, Samus will run up to wherever Baba is and will attempt to do I've got 2 options here. Attempt to do a bite.
I will tell you, because Baba Lysaga is flying around in a upside-down giant skull, it is probably unlikely that she will be anywhere within range of a saber-toothed tiger who is tethered to the ground by the harsh forces of gravity.
And I'll tell you a little secret. It's really that I just want to be... Do I have to have an attack action in order to ready an action, or can I just ready movement? Because that's really what I want to do.
Right?
Okay,
yeah,
cool. That's really
as
what
long
I
as
want
there's
to
nothing
do.
after
You
that
basically,
movement.
Samus wants to charge Baba Lysaga as soon as Baba Lysaga is chargeable, basically,
Yes,
right?
Precisely.
All right. Okay. Well, Baba Lazaga is next. She is going to swoop around the battlefield. And she is taking the little kind of a curve around here. But as the giant skull swings counterclockwise around the swamp, her eyes are just fixated on Lena the entire time. And she reaches out with yet another, her offhand, and says, "Die!"
Oh no!
She's using finger of death on you, Lena.
Oh no!
She is sending negative energy coursing through a creature you
Oh
can see
no!
within
Bad
range,
vibes.
What?
causing it searing pains. You would dare speak ill of my darling Strahd. Lena Delina, make a Constitution saving throw.
Make it.
Yeah. You are close to me, so I think you get a +2.
Well, I hope the DC is 14.
Do you have inspiration?
I not from recently enough that I have a note of it. So, goodbye.
Inspiration is transferable, right?
Oh, take mine. Yes, we
Oh,
decided on that. We
yes,
decided
please.
on that. Yeah, you
Yes,
can have
please. Okay.
And you do. Yeah, you get a +2.
Dan or anyone, the word of the spell is saving throw. I apologize. I have not run a magic user in a while. Is that a saving throw if it's saving throw, or is it versus the spell save?
It's a saving throw. So I'm sorry. Your question is, what is the target?
Yeah.
The target should be her spell save, whatever it is.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I
That-
am.
Maybe that was obvious and not just a dumb question. Okay.
I got
Her
an
spell save
18 this time.
that will succeed. Preferably.
Thank you for the inspiration, my friend.
Because let me tell you,
Good news, bad
you were
news.
gonna
Though.
what's the bad news?
I mean, I presume stuff happens on a failed save on that. You should
Oh,
read the
half as
entire
much.
spell, Tony.
Dan.
Sorry.
I got so excited. Well, I don't have enough dice to roll this physically. So,
It could have been a lot worse.
Really?
Yes.
Listen,
if she
I'll
had
say
failed
one
that
of the-
save, she'd be probably dead outright.
Yeah. So one of the reasons that she shouted this was so that she wasn't
Yeah.
targeting the incapacitated friend.
health
I
is a team
appreciate that.
resource.
I can.
All
That
right.
being said,
All right, you take half of 78
78.
Ugh.
plus 30 damage. That would be 63 damage. I believe that is 31 damage, Lena to Lena, as horrible necrotic forces slash out from Baba Luzaga's extended finger and just course through you in searing agony. And that was because you succeeded.
Oh my god.
ow.
Also,
Ow.
you know deep in your heart of hearts, Lena, that should that spell have killed you, you would have returned as a zombie forever under the sway of Baba Lazaga.
Okay, now I want to. Can we rewind for a second? What exactly did she say about that baby?
my
My
darling
darling
Strahd.
That's what I thought.
Totally called it.
Lena Delina, how
Strahd
are you?
Jr.?
Tony, I've been better.
Are you
but I
up?
do still have. Yes, I'm still up.
Okay, good. That's good.
Yeah, and I do like to picture that it did the electrocution type cartoon thing, but it was green, and then the fire on her sword for a moment also green.
Yep.
And now she's singed and her hair is sticking up. And
will
she looks
Gladly heal you, but I am gonna need some help potentially to get out of this.
We don't think we have anything that
Do we
can
have
help you with.
Do we not have? Does anybody else have like I don't know?
I have lesser
guidance?
restoration. That doesn't get rid of stunned.
How about guidance or bless or any of that?
I mean, if I get close to you, you'll have a +2. So I will make my way toward you, but that's the best
Okay.
I can do.
Elivor, do you have guidance or bless?
Guidance looks like it
No.
doesn't do saving throws. I think bless.
I don't have
does.
bless prepared.
Yes, neither do I. But
Wait, okay, so what is it that you're wanting to use this for? Because
I'm just trying to find something that gives me a bonus to get out of this to my saving throw. 'Cause
oh, gotcha.
I
Okay.
can't. It's really dependent. My con bonus is only 2 on a saving throw, so I'm gonna have to roll well. So
Right.
I can also give you my inspiration on your
Yeah.
next turn if necessary.
Well,
So,
we'll see.
I will-
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
but first it's my turn.
Bruldish, you are in a house. Imra has torn a hole, severely depleted the property values here, and is clutching a glowing seed. You can see the light of the green light from the glowing seed is kind of reflected, and the giant eyes of the little baby in the crib. It's just you and Imra in an evil haunted hut with a baby. The
All
hut
right.
is no longer moving.
The first thing I'm going to do is, let's see. So Lena's basically right here, correct?
A couple feet away. She is outside the
Okay.
house, dealing with
alright.
the lock cages.
The first thing I'm going to do is pick up this baby.
Okay.
Yep.
And say, free baby.
Does
Let
Baby
me
Strud
just check.
like that?
I need to. That is I plan a lot of
That's
things
what I
that
was going
might
to
happen.
do. So,
Yeah.
Brildish's plan
Um,
is to carry this baby for the rest of this fight.
yep, that's what I was going to do.
Just
I
give
mean,
me
if
one-
you want me to hand off the baby to you,
once.
happy to. Very happy to.
As long as someone is holding the baby.
Because Pony Sandalart has the shield, so right now I have, like, my armor class is a little bit lower, but I've got one arm free now, so...
All right. You go to pick up the baby,
Uh-huh.
and your arm is passed through it, immediately suggesting to you that this is a magical illusion and not a corporeal thing. The crib itself is real, but the baby is an illusion.
Illusory baby, I shout. And
It is a
Now
hologram.
you tell me.
Baby is a loser. Sorry, is that
All
what
right.
you said?
and then I will head over to Lena. I will use my action to place my hands on her shoulders and say, "Be well, my friend," and give you 25 hit points.
Oh,
Whoa.
thank you.
Wow.
I'm still saving a few back just in case, but
Yeah.
and then
The color returns to her cheeks, such as it is. She's very pale.
The pale color, the color of milk.
Yeah.
It's never. Hey,
Um,
it's really hard to get vitamin D in Barovia.
It's true.
Oh,
Everyone has
it
scurvy.
is
It's not
there.
good.
There is
Can
vitamin
you
D,
get
but just not
within
a lot.
range of him so that he is the
yes, then I'm
bonus?
going to basically like jump, slide, skid off of this house.
All right, give me a simple acrobatics check to not land on your face.
Sure. I mean, I might land on my face, whatever.
Whatever.
Well, I rolled a 19 on the die, which makes it
You're fine.
plus. Did
Yeah.
you say athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Okay, so it's just a 19 then.
All right.
but you
still
like
3-point landing.
superhero land.
Yeah, 3-point landing. You're perfect.
All right, and then I run over and vault back up into Pony Cinderlar's back, and am close enough to Crucible now to grant the +2 to saving throws. And sadly, I have no baby in my arm, and I don't have any actions left. Oh, actually, I have a bonus action. Yeah, I turn around on Pony, which is a little awkward, but whatever, I make it work. Or maybe I'm sitting backward on Pony. Yes, that's it. Bruldish vaults up so that she's facing Baba Lysaga, and as a bonus action, I am using my Channel Divinity to choose a creature. Let's see, is she close enough that I can actually do this? Let me just double check. Yes, she is.
She is up a ways, so, but yeah.
I mean, how high in the air is she?
I don't know. I imagine a good 15 feet up. so
Okay,
that,
then
you
never
know,
mind. I can't
people-
do this
Oh,
because
is
it's
it
within
touch?
10. It's within 10 feet.
She's within 10 feet.
Okay.
She's just not within an axe reach.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm using my Channel Divinity to choose her, and I point at her and I say, "You, I hate you." This is
The
my
key is that you're not casting that spell. If you were lying on the ground, she would be 15 feet up.
Right.
But you're you,
Mhm.
and you're on a
I'm on a pony.
pony.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's only 10 feet from your hand to her.
Now we're working in
15 feet
3
above the ground.
dimensions.
Yes. So I now have advantage on any attack rolls against her for 1 minute or until she drops unconscious.
Okay. And that was on her, not on the giant skull.
Correct. Her specifically.
That is the Channel Divinity symbol there.
All
It
right.
looks like a guy yelling. All right.
Wow, that's the
All
first
right.
time I think I've laid hands on anybody.
Yeah. It was a big one.
It's-
Yeah, that was
You were
nice.
waiting until one of your friends
Really
was
charged up
electrocuted with necrotic energy. I think we're going to keep going. We are back around to the top of the order. Big fight, lots to do. Imra, you are holding a glowing green gem that you know technically belongs to the Martikov family and the Wizards of Wine Winery.
So
Can
I'm
I-
going to put it.
Just before you do that, can I also grab my shield back from Pony's mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
Pony tosses it to you as you run up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Imra. Go for it.
That's okay. So the giant skull, how giant is that skull?
It is the skull, literally the skull of a giant. So, I mean, it is large enough that basically, an evil witch can comfortably ride inside of it.
Would it count as a large creature?
Does it count as a large creature?
I mean, a whole
That is a
giant
very
is a large
specific
creature.
Yeah, but just the skull.
But is it?
This is,
Is
I want to be clear here.
A large creature.
It is a fraction of a whole giant by definition.
Oh, so we've got, let's
Mhm.
see, 1/3 times 1/3. Carry the 4.
Mm.
I mean, it's only
large
taking up a
giant.
5x5 square on the map. I don't know how much, like,
Oh no! Don't get that involved. Pretty soon it'll be.
I don't think
on
it-
hills again.
maps aren't
It
trustworthy.
the skull is big enough to hold one medium creature.
Okay,
Is that answer your question?
I think so.
Okay.
So first, I want to. Sorry, order of operations here. I want to do a quick look around the hut. Is there anything that stands out to me as something powerful or valuable that I should grab while I'm in here?
There is a locked chest with fancy brass fittings that seems like if you were gonna put something of value in this hut,
you could
that would be
smash
the
it with
place
the
to
axe
do it.
you're holding.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Other than that, well, there's a crib. There's the illusion of a small child. Slender
It's really
wardrobe.
weird.
There is
We
the
don't talk about
the iron bathtub stained with red. That maybe to the right.
Ah,
of
the
What a
jelly
collection
tub.
of curiosities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a good jelly tub. Could you save that for me, please?
Ew.
I want to
Okay.
make my preserves.
All right. So I want to smash or try to smash the chest with the axe.
Okay.
I rolled a 14. I don't know what kind of bonus I get with that.
I tried
Um,
adding this axe to Brildish's character sheet, and it's not in D&D Beyond, so I don't actually
Huh.
know.
Which axe is it?
It was the one that we got in the Gulthias tree.
That was supposed to be.
What's it called, Tony?
No, this was the tree that got hit by lightning a million times, I think.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right. What was
The
the name of the
Gulthias
axe?
tree was the Gulthias axe.
Okay.
Well, it was
trying to
in the
remember.
tree.
It
Like the
has a
axe was,
name.
we found the axe because it was stuck in the tree
Yes.
when we got to it.
Treebane?
I think that might be it. Like,
something like
It's
that.
a +1
But-
battle axe.
So you can just treat it as a +1 battle axe with special properties.
but yeah, it wasn't in D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
weird. I would have thought it would be.
I thought so too.
Okay. So
That's a 15?
yeah.
All right. Roll me damage as you attack a chest.
Does a chest count as a plant or plant creature?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Wishful thinking. I feel like I'm
all right.
generous, but only to a certain point.
Is that a D8? I don't have it in front of me, so I need a little bit of help. with
yes.
the timing. A D8. Okay. D8. So that would be
Wait, are you using two hands?
yes.
Then it's a D10.
Okay. Oops, that's a 20.
You can roll a 20. I'm fine with that.
Okay. So that is the 5 plus 1. And I don't know if I would get any more on top of that.
Do you have a strength bonus?
Strength. Let's save +1. So 6 total? 7 total. 7 total.
All right. You just bash the top of the chest with the hammer, and we'll say that you basically just, or your intent here is not so much to like break the lock as like destroy the part of the chest that has a lock on it.
Yeah.
Several things happen, and I just want to point out These were choices that Imra made.
Oh god.
Everybody needs to recognize that.
Is there another bag?
So, the first thing that happened is this chest is surprisingly easy to open with six damage done to the lid. And you just have a moment to think about that, Imra, before the chest explodes. Because with a wave of thunder that ripples through the entire hut, trashing the entire place, knocking furniture off of its boltings to the walls, demolishing a slender wardrobe, and
Yay.
doing
Yes.
Victory!
5d8 thunder damage to you.
Okay.
Let's see. Just roll this here.
I liked that light smugness of that. Okay.
So you take 15 thunder damage
Okay.
Whew, that could have been worse.
from the trapped
Ooh.
chest. And then things crawl out of the chest.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
4 disembodied? 4 hands connected to nothing crawl out of the chest and roll initiative.
Of course she keeps her hands in her chest.
Where else do you keep them?
Yeah, you don't want to put him in the
You
crib
can
with the
tell
baby.
that there is
There.
the hands were the hands were on top of some stuff. You can see that there is stuff in the chest beyond these the hands. So that's something.
Wow, y'all are gonna catch these hands.
Handy.
I mean, at least they didn't throw hands.
Do not throw hands at me.
Where is the? I gotta find my stats for hands.
No, you really don't.
Hand stats.
Hey, I was like, they're not going to do this. I don't want to have to do this in the fight. And then the people
Oh,
did the thing.
Tony.
You're welcome.
Aw.
Silly Tony.
I am just trying to find the hands and figure out what their initiative order is. Oh, it looks like they're probably going next, no matter what. That's
Cool.
what's happening.
Okay.
Just get away from them. What are the chances they can
Idle
catch up with you?
hands.
Meh.
Are the Tony's plaything.
I don't like that.
Just throw the hands into the swarm of flies. See if they'll take care of each other.
Ooh,
They
wait,
can't
oh,
be
the
smart
fire's
enough to
gone.
not be hostile. Oh, that would have been really funny
That would
to
have been
just
really
huck it into the wall of flame. Just
Foop.
yeet.
If you throw them outside, I'll zap them.
All right. So the picture of these hands is just a hand, just so you know.
Okay.
Just imagine it.
Is it like a nice
all right,
hand or like a creepy hand?
No, it's like a bad hand, Dan. It's all
No.
green. And
Ugh.
Dan, look at your hand, and now imagine a worse hand. That's what you're dealing with here. Closer.
I do get 2 attacks, so do I get a chance
Oh.
to
Attack one of the hands?
axe a hand?
Yeah, axe a hand.
Okay. All right, this is with the battle axe. 21 to
Mhm.
hit.
You kill a hand. You just cut it in half.
Yay.
Okay.
Nice.
Your immediate response to a box having a bunch of hands in it is kill one hand.
It's
Yeah.
the right reaction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Correct.
yeah. Well played, Imra.
Okay.
Imra, 3 hands are going to attack
And I'm going to
you.
yell, hands!
Everyone like shows you their hands. Like
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
All right,
Things that
Imra, I did not roll very well. I rolled
Okay.
a 12, a 13, and a 21.
21 hits.
One of the hands claws you on the cheek for 3 slashing damage.
Okay.
Not a lot of damage, but probably a very unpleasant experience.
And damage to my
Uh,
soul, really.
Right.
I'm
Yep.
going to have nightmares.
Crucible.
Yeah, hey, it's me. I guess I get another chance to roll a Constitution save, but I get a +2.
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah.
Power word stun is pretty devastating, huh?
Wait, what did you get?
I haven't rolled yet. I'm
Okay.
rolling now, and I get +2 from you, Erica.
Yes.
That's an 18. I think that if I
18
can't get
is
saved by
higher.
an AT, I should not use your inspiration.
Okay.
18 is higher than Baba Lazaga's spell save.
Oh, thank God.
Woo!
Wow, so hit me with it again next turn, and everything will be fine. Well, that's my
And
turn,
it-
though.
And that's the... All right. Swarm of flies attacks Pony.
Oh my goodness, these stupid
Just make them
flies.
attack me now. I'm up.
I'm right
Well, they
here
start-
in their face.
I'm tougher than the pony.
Well, although my back is.
They do 5...
Horses and flies hate each other.
Yeah, 5 damage to Pony.
Are they horse
Did
flies?
they hit?
Yes, I rolled high.
Okay, well then Pony disappears from out from underneath me.
Oh,
no.
no.
Boo.
And a montage plays of our favorite
Pony never even tried to
Cinderella
attack them.
Oh.
moments.
You know, I mean, it's mainly
Which
Pony.
probably should have
you're-
happened
I
in my
just
last
remember
turn.
you made a big deal when you first summoned Pony Cinderella approximately 15 years ago about how easily Pony Cinderella could be resummoned.
Yep.
But you've had him this whole time.
Yeah.
When Pony
He was
Cinderella,
getting tired.
I have some moral and ethical questions. I mean, when Pony Cinderella comes back, does he have all the memories of
Oh,
Yes.
previous
no.
Pony
Yes,
Cinderella?
it specifically says in the cell, in the spell, casting the spell again summons the same steed.
Oh, good.
Okay, so Pony Cinderella still carries with him his wisdom.
Maybe
and
he's
life
having cocktails right
experiences
now. Everything's
and CV.
great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somewhere,
He's
yes,
like, actually,
all right,
you know what?
finally.
He's back
I've
in the
been that-
celestial plane going, my God, you guys,
Yeah.
you would not believe what
These
I've just
people.
been
She's
through.
gonna bring me back. Get me a bubble bath
I've been
stat.
down
I
there for
only
ages.
liked one of them, and
Pour
she
me a
disappeared
martini.
into a lake.
Do you want to
And
know
let-
what
let me
just
tell you-
happened to me? Flies bit me to death.
Yeah, no one is more surprised than the flies that the flies kill the horse. So,
That's not what's supposed to
Um,
happen.
So do I land on
Lena.
my feet
Oh.
or?
you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. You fall. It's not your first horse falling off.
No,
Like
certainly
falling off
it's
a
not.
log made of horses. Lena Delina, you are still up on the porch of the house. There is a cage full of ravens here, but
Yeah.
having defeated or neutralized the house, I don't know if that is still your priority or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot her with my crossbow.
Mm.
She's in the air. So that'll be 21.
That will hit. I will tell you that Baba Lozaga is very hard to hit inside her giant skull that provides her with significant cover, but a 21 will hit.
Okay, so that is 5 piercing damage followed by 13 piercing damage.
Ouch. Wow. Okay, you're dumping damage into.
Yep, it was my
Oh,
sneak
Zaga.
attack. So,
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
I mean, I guess I'll start heading down. I'll be like,
Okay.
sorry, crows. I'll be back.
They're ravens. That's deeply
Abandon
offensive.
Imra to the hands.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Sorry,
yeah, there are 3
ravens.
hands. And Imra being murdered by 3 hands. All right.
She didn't
Do you wanna
know
give me a
what
quick-
her yelling hands meant.
Right, what
That's
is that?
fair.
Count.
What?
Lena, do you want to give me a quick acrobatics check to climb down the tree without dying?
I would love
Touching
to.
hands,
And Elevor, you're up next. in
reaching
a second.
out,
That's a 14.
You're fine.
touching hands, touching
Feel free to move
you.
away from the tree if you were so inclined.
Yeah, she's gonna come.
Oh, so inclined. Ba, ba, ba.
Elevor, still in the safety of the hallowed ground of the church.
Yes, where
Still dropping lightning on a
Per-
witch.
Yeah, perhaps the witch does not know that there's someone casting lightning from inside of a church. Yeah, so let's do another dexterity saving throw.
That is not her preferred thing to do.
I love
I
it.
like it.
She does very poorly. Roll your full damage.
I would gladly do that for you, Tony. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. How about 26?
Wow. I will tell you, if bloodied was a thing in 5th edition, Baba Lazaga is bloodied.
Holy cow.
Yes.
Wow. Turns out, magic houses were intended to do a lot of the heavy lifting in this fight, and you defused it before it could totally stomp everyone to death.
Yeah, because it was pretty
so-
murderous.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
real
Tell me
dangerous.
about it. Ow.
I mean,
And plus
each
she's
round that
flying,
was
so that-
alive
Mhm.
was going to do a ton of damage. So
Yeah.
Elevor, anything else?
I wish I could, because I just feel so powerful at the moment. Let's see. I do have some bonus actions. What do I got here?
You smite flies.
Oh
It's
yes,
a bonus action, just a
Flying
little bit of
smite.
electricity.
Flying smite. That's particular specific to flies. Oh no, that's in my hand. That would not do it. That would not do it. No, I can't do anything else.
All right.
So it is Samus's turn.
Samus, still saber-toothed tiger, still ill-equipped to fight a flying witch.
Yes. Oh, that's right. I readied that. I can't undo that,
Yeah.
can I?
Nope.
Okay.
But now Samus could do something different.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Cats
can
like
I
to eat flies.
Oh, so that was the round where it was readied?
Yep. And
So
now
the
it's a new
next...
Yep, now it's a new turn.
Okay. When you say it's a new turn, you mean now I can have Samus do something? Okay.
Correct.
I just want to make sure you weren't saying like this past turn was the turn where
Nope.
I had. Okay. So then
Right now, we're living the
the new turn. So Samus is going to run up to the swarm of flies, plenty of movement speed, and is going to slash out.
All right. The flies are only armor class of 12, but they're hard to do damage to because of their whole resistance to
thing.
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do. Oh, 12.
12 hits.
Yes. Half of 15, so 7 damage.
Half of 15. So, having seen Pony Cinderlart disappear from battle, Pony Cinderlart's first fall in battle in many a day, Samus rushes over and just eats all of the flies.
That's a kitty, all right. Good kitty. Good kitty.
Protein.
So Samus has devoured the flies. There is perhaps an unsettling buzzing noise from inside Samus as the flies are not totally digested yet, but that's a problem that'll take care of itself. That's just nature. So Samus has defeated the flies. I believe next in the order is Baba Lysaga.
You came back for
Correct?
this?
Yeah. Baba Lysaga reaches into the giant skull and rifles around a bunch of. You see some weird kind of witchy things going around, and she pulls out. It basically looks just like a fistful of mushrooms, and chucks it at the ground. And there is a just a cloud of poisonous yellow-green fog rolls across the battlefield. Let's see here. 20-foot radius sphere.
That may ruin the plan that I had. And it was a great plan, you guys.
This is the part of the adventure where we do math. 20 feet radius is a lot, right?
Yeah, it's...
Yes.
That's a 20-foot radius?
20-foot radius would be 8 squares.
8 squares long.
8 squares in diameter. So even
bigger than that.
Tony.
Wow.
And that's centered
8
on
is
her
big.
or centered on a place that she chooses?
A place of her choosing within 120 feet, which I think... I think she can get the 3 of you there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I looks like she basically drops it. Imra, you will be out of the range. Especially it's like a fog, so it's at ground level. It's not up at crawling hut level.
Okay.
So this is the cloud kill spell. 20-foot radius sphere, poisonous yellow green fog centered on a point you choose. Spreads around corners. There are no corners here.
There are no corners here.
There are no corners here. There are no corners in Barovia.
Wait, is that canon?
That's
a dangerous precedent to set.
Yeah, dangerous.
That's why all the
especially
houses are
architecturally
unstable.
speaking.
Yeah.
So any creature that starts its turn there must make a Constitution saving throw or take a huge amount of poison damage, or half as much on a successful saving throw.
That's starting a turn. It's not now.
Yeah, starting a turn.
Okay.
So, speaking of starting a turn, it's Bruldish' turn to
It
start a
is.
turn.
Now, I have poison resistance. What does that mean?
Take half damage.
You will take half damage from whatever poison damage you are.
So if you save, you will take
hell.
essentially a quarter damage.
Okay.
I recommend saving.
Yeah, I'm just checking that there's not. So it's just that I have resistance to poison. It's not that I have. I do also have advantage against poison saving throws.
You and me, we're buddies. I also have both of those things.
Okay, so it's like Constitution. Did you say?
Yeah. Against her very high spell
21?
save. All right, so you will take half of this, but then half of half.
Okay.
Let me roll that. Again, requires more. We're getting up to the places where things have more dice than I have physical dice on my table.
Dice by
Which is
Peacock.
always you love hearing that. So that would be 24 poison damage, but for you,
Special deal.
12, I believe.
6.
Yeah, for you, 6.
Okay.
Half of half. 6 poison damage.
All right.
You cough it out.
I spit
there
up
is
some
this horrible.
gunk onto the ground. It's
Thanks.
very gross.
Erica, thank you. That's what people tune in for.
Inspiration?
Also, it's a swamp. It's
I already
full of
have
green gunk.
inspiration.
And also, okay, well, guess what? You have it.
I
now.
really have it. Okay.
It's fresh now.
Mhm. All right. Now, is this fog thick enough that I can't see her?
You can see her.
Oh,
It is
okay.
not.
It
Excellent.
is the. Sorry, why do I read the spells for Tony? I'm used to
Stop
being
yelling.
the assistant DM now. That's the problem. Is that
Aha.
Yeah.
technically
You're
the
always
area is heavily
assistant DM.
obscured.
Oh,
Assistant
okay.
to the DM.
Okay,
maybe.
Dan.
Thank you.
Dan?
Some of the spells are
Stop.
I just try to be fair.
Stop.
But I can still see though.
I would do the same for you, Aline, in a heartbeat. I just want you to know.
Dan is also doing the same for all of you in terms of he's just making sure everything
But
happens.
he's making everything worse, even when he's doing it for us.
Look, Dan's gonna dance. Don't you know?
It's my initials.
right.
I can't get away from it.
My question is, can I see her?
So I believe that it is It is effectively like you are blind.
Seriously?
You know what I'm
Wait,
gonna
so are we
say?
changing?
So I can't see anything around me at all.
Dan, I believe that's what heavily obscured
Heavily
means, right?
Obscured is. I'm looking at
Narc.
the
I
effectively
believe
blind.
it counts
yes.
as being blind. Yeah,
Okay.
effectively
a-
blind.
Wait, is she still up in the air?
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
but if
this
I'm
is not a
blind, okay, so
sphere.
never mind my
but
amazing
but
plan.
Bruldish, it is actually and Bruldish is
Oh, it is
in
a
the.
sphere. It's a sphere, so
is
technically
a
it
sphere.
affects her too. So eat it, Baba Lasagna.
Fine, she'll take some poison damage and then
Eat your
fly straight
lasagna.
up,
I would
and then
love
fly
to.
straight off.
All right. Do I have
Yeah, you and Baba Lasagna are all flailing around in the horrible poison fog now.
She's like, why did I not center this sphere lower?
All right, so I'm
I
thinking
mean, the answer is the ground. You can't center it in the ground.
all right.
Hey, you guys down there, you mind digging an 80-foot hole before I drop this spell on you?
It should have burrowing magic built in.
I think I'm still going to try this.
uh.
All right, so I want to So I'm going to run out of this like coughing gross hacking poison area.
You're not going to linger in the poison? Okay.
No, I'm going to go out here. Let's see. So where's 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Bruldish is out.
I'm going out.
Bruldish is.
All right. And I'm looking. So now basically what I see is just like this field of poisony gunk, right?
Yeah, I think you
Like,
see
foggy?
shapes moving around in it. One
Okay.
of those shapes does seem to be in an upside down giant skull flying
Right.
slightly above the ground
All right, then I'm
menacingly. I think
Still doing this,
you would have disadvantage
whether or not
on
it's
your
going to
attacks.
work. All
Yeah.
right. So as a bonus action, for let's see, I guess it's just Imra and maybe Elevor, although his line of sight may be blocked. Imra, you notice that that Bruldish is suddenly just briefly surrounded by a silvery mist, and then she disappears, and
What?
then she reappears.
You're fighting fog with mist, yellow-green fog versus
Did you
silver
just-
mist?
Did you just peace out?
I know. Then suddenly Bruldish reappears above the green mist, like as close as she can get to directly above where Baba Yaga was, and drops down on her head.
What?
Did you just Misty step?
Blink?
I
Oh,
surely
Misty
did.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So, it sounds like you're rolling an attack on her?
And in fact, my first attack is going to be a grapple, and I am going to try to grapple her.
All right. I'm just going to some things here. So Baba Lazaga is in the giant skull. The giant skull provides 3/4 cover, which I think is very effective against all these ranged attacks that you could potentially be lobbing at her from the ground. I feel like the giant skull does not provide any cover against attacks from above.
That's what I was hoping.
No.
All right.
It's not, you know.
She doesn't really use it to
That's why
fight
I've been able to blast her with
pterodactyls very
lightning
often.
so much.
Yeah.
Is-
No, she's very used to fighting people below eye level.
All right. So this is a special melee attack. I'm not entirely sure
So
exactly what
you're
that
going to
means.
try and tackle a witch out of her flying skull.
Huh?
All right.
All right. So I'm not sure what I add to
It's my
that.
skull now.
So
Is it
grapple.
like strength?
Using at least one for each. Seize the target by making a grapple check, a strength athletics check contested by the target's strength.
Okay. So
Or
athletics check.
athletics versus either her athletics or acrobatics, her choice.
Okay. So that would be a 22.
All right, she's gonna attempt this. She could. It is feasible. She could beat that. I rolled a crit. 24. Baba Lazaga, you land like in the skull, which is really this is really a one-person skull. But you land in the skull with her, Bruldish, and you are trying to grab her. And this ancient old woman with her long, flowing, kind of gnarled hair has just a strength that you never could have imagined as she kind of pushes back against your grapple.
All right. Well, it says if you can make multiple attacks, that attack replaces one of them. Does that mean that I can just try it again as my second attack?
Yeah, why not?
All right. I'm doing it
Probably
again.
she's not going to roll a crit again.
Got advantage
I'll
if
roll
you
a
need
different die.
That
Like
time
it's-
it's just a 20.
I got an 18 this time.
All right.
So, what is happening?
So I have succeeded. She's now grappled. When you there's a section under grappled that says moving a grappled creature. When you move, you can drag or carry the grappled creature with you, but your speed is halved unless it's 2 or more sizes smaller than you. I'm going to use.
Are you trying to move out of the the
Yep.
skull toward the ground?
All I need is 1 square of movement to just topple us both to the ground.
Oh my god, this
Alright.
is amazing.
All right. Seems like I'm gonna give me a quick, I don't know, strength or dexterity saving throw to try and remain on top of Baba Lazaga as you two plummet toward the ground.
Sure. I'm going to use my inspiration
Good.
because I rolled a 3 on
Okay.
the die there.
Oh man.
Let's see. That's only a 12.
All right. I think I was just looking for you to get above a 10. So you
Okay,
do it. You
then I
manage
do
to
it.
land on her. What do you? I don't know the rules. So I mean, I think it would be a D10 of falling damage, and then an additional D10 of Bruldish landing on her damage.
I am
That seem
wearing heavy
reasonable?
armor.
Yeah. Why don't you roll 2D10, Erica?
Okay. That is a 6 and a 6, so that is 12.
All right, you land. The rest of you, sadly, do not see this because of the heavy cloud cover provided by her cloud kill spell. But we, the listeners and the players, know in their heart of hearts that Bruldish just ran out of a cloud of poison gas,
Wow.
teleported above it, dropped onto a witch, wrestled with her, and then pulled her out of a flying skull and landed on her.
Yeah, you did.
Severely injuring her ego in the swamps of Berez. Erica, why don't you just freshen up that inspiration there?
Nice.
So I was thinking that this episode would end with this horrible chemical attack of a cloud of poisonous gas clinging to all of you, and surely your fates would be more than sealed, and it would just be a question of which of you were going to be murdered and turned into scarecrows, and then we were going to have to roleplay scarecrows for like 15 hours. But here in a single action, Bruldish has hopefully turned the tide of battle. Baba Lazaga is no longer within the safety of her giant skull. She is beneath the safety of a metal-clad dwarf who does not care for her, trapped in her own sphere of poison gas that she created. It seems like the tide of battle is finally in the favor of the Dog and Pony Show, but Baba Lazaga is an ancient evil witch, and now she means business. Will they finally settle this and move on to other adventures here in Barovia? Will Crucible live to see the next day? Why does Tony keep targeting Crucible with all of these things? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. The end.